Hello there everybody, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the match preview. Merry Christmas if you're watching this on Christmas Day. It's Christmas Eve as I'm filming this, so if you're watching it on Christmas Day, have a very good day. Whoever you are, match preview, Bristol City away to Luton Town in a very important match because we've not won in two. Huddersfield was pathetic, pretty bad, so we need a reaction, and a reaction will be a good performance and a good result at Luton. Now Luton are a very good side. They've obviously got some threats themselves. They've got good two players up top, Cornick and Adebayo. They've got good midfield with Mpanzu. They've got Henry Lansbury, an ex-City player, of course. They've got James Bree. Apart from that, though, it's not astonishing, and we can definitely target them in many areas. And I feel like Bristol City as a team are suited to counter-attack, and with Luton's ability to control the ball, I think they could potentially play into our hands. Now, what we've got to do is set up correctly, because against Huddersfield we did not do that at all. I know we got the early goal, but after that we were completely dominated, really, by Huddersfield, who just picked us off on the counter-attack every single time. I know they rode their luck at times. Semenyo hit the post, but mainly Huddersfield were compact and tactically pretty good, and in fact they were excellent tactically. And they set up in a way where they contained Bristol City, even though the chances at 3-1 were abundant, and our strikers didn't have our shooting boots on. In fact, the whole team really didn't, apart from Andy Vyman. Huddersfield set up in a way which contained Bristol City and picked us off. So if we do it in a similar way to Luton, especially with the fact that they're at home, I think we could really hurt them. The result earlier in the season was a 1-1 draw at Ashton Gate, and if you remember, I made a video on this, obviously, and it was pretty painful, to say the least. Luton had tons of chances. We went 1-0 up through Nathan Baker, but a 91st minute equaliser from Danny Hilton after a Dan Bentley mistake was the reason Luton get a point when they really should have got 3. So what I'd say to that is maybe learn from that game and see what we can do better to try and implement into this one. Because at the moment, what's happening is we're making too many errors at the back, and going forward, it's only really Andy Vyman who's scoring braces all the time, it seems, who's getting our goals. So one eradication I'd make to that is drop Chris Martin. Now, Chris Martin's a very, very useful player at times when you can play to his strengths. But what we're doing is overly relying on him in terms of knocking it into him every single time we have the ball at the back, or with Dan Bentley, or a goal kick. It's like we need a plan B. We can't just hoof it up to Chris Martin every single time. Chris Martin's good in the air, but he's not the tallest. If we are going to try and do that, maybe that shouldn't be our plan A. Maybe that should be a plan B or a plan C. But then there comes the second problem. Do we have a plan B? Do we even have a plan C? It's that kind of detail being told to the team? Is that being assessed? Or is it just working on plan A every single time? If plan A is working, who needs a plan B? But when you don't have a plan B, especially as a manager, especially as a Nigel Pearson right now, you are going to be stuck and you're going to be in a rut. And once those inconsistencies, which Bristol City are finding themselves in terms of we are very inconsistent in terms of results and performance, we need to try and find a rhythm. And whether that is switching between plan A and plan B, maybe that could be a direct style of play to Chris Martin, or running down the channels to Andy Vyman, or getting Alex Scott or Ayman Benarous really high up the pitch, or our wing backs, whoever it is, really high up the pitch, and stretching their defence, the opposition's defence. That could be plan B. Plan A should be sitting tight, compact, because this is what Nigel Pearson wants to do, by the way. sitting tight in a compact shape and really utilising the pace we've got on the counter-attack. And that could be Andy Weimann, that could be Naki Wells if he does play, that could be Alex Scott, that could be Eman Benrus, whoever it is. We need to try and find a plan A which works. Because at the moment, plan A is direct play up to Chris Martin. And clearly not working. Because teams are just putting a pretty fairly tall centre-back, very tall defender on Chris Martin. And he's contained and he's neutralised. We need to try and find a better way of utilising Chris Martin. Because I think he's a good player. Don't doubt me about that. I think he's a good player. But once you overuse such a basic, pretty much, style of play, which is, right, have the ball at the back, hoof up to Chris Martin, he's our first option. That shouldn't really be the case. And against Huddersfield, it was the case. And I know we scored the 2 goals, but it was mainly from Antoine Semenyo and from Chris Martin. Sorry, from Andy Weimann, who are our 2 attacking players. Need a bit more from Chris Martin. At the back, we made too many mistakes, as I mentioned. Thomas Callas, Zach Viner, Rob Atkinson, Cameron Pring when he came on for Rob Atkinson. We had a better balance to our play when Cameron Pring did come on, because he filled in at fullback and we switched from a 3 to a 4. And we looked much more a balanced side. But what that comes with is a switching formation in the middle of the game, especially from 3 to the 4, will cause issues and maybe put 1 or 2 players out of position. Eman Benrus was certainly out of position on the left. He's a 10. Alex Scott can play on the left, but Eman Benrus was playing on the left. Alex Scott was playing on the right. Wait, 1 second. What? Martin was up top. Weimann was in the 10. Semenyo, Scott. You know what? I can't remember. Anyways, my problem is, if we are playing with Eman Benrus and Alex Scott as wing-backs again, people are going to target us. And especially with Harry Cornick, Amari Bell and James Bree as Luton's main threats who can push out wide. Because they do tend to play a 3-5-2-ish or 5-3-2, which are kind of narrows the space down. Then you need some width, and that's what James Bree and Mari Bell bring to Luton, and that's what they kind of do. Luton's last game against Reading was postponed, so they'll have a week off. Hopefully, all of them. I think it was the Reading breakout, so hopefully all is okay in the Luton camp, so the game can go ahead on Boxing Day. The game will be on Sky Sports Red Button, so I'll be watching that, which will be great. Which will be great fun, hopefully. So yeah, not much else to say really, apart from this is going to be a tough game, because going to Kenilworth Road is not easy. We've lost 2 times we've gone there the last 2 seasons. We lost 3-0, obviously, 2 seasons ago under Lee Johnson, and we lost last season there under Dean Holden, I think it might have been Dean Holden. Yeah, it was definitely Dean Holden, wasn't it? Yeah. We lost 2-1 there last season as well, so we'll be looking to kind of try and eradicate that poor form at the Kenny. Maybe we can try and do something different to last time. It's a different match, it's a different regime. We'll push down the carpet and we'll move on, I suppose. We need to try and find a combination at the wing backs. I think that's crucial for me, because when Cameron Pring came on, it was very, very evident and very, very clear that Eman Benrus was struggling. And Eman Benrus is a fantastic player, and I completely want him to succeed. He's not going to succeed at left wing back. He's going to succeed off the front, in front 3 or off the striker top in a 4-2-3-1. He's not going to succeed at a left wing back position, because that's not where he is. His natural instinct to go forward. It's not to come and help probably Rob Atkinson, who's struggling to keep up with Harry Cornick or Elijah Adebayo. His Eman Benarou's initial attacking extinction is to go forward, and that is eventually, if we do play Eman Benarous there, it's going to cost us. Same with Alex Scott on the right hand side. So Nigel Pearson has to try and find out a perfect balance between right and the left, because at the moment that's kind of where our downfall was against Huddersfield. Or I could twist that argument to say, is Nigel Pearson trying to send out a message to Jade Silva, Cameron Pring, George Tanner, whoever it is? But the thing I'd say to that is George Tanner was brought in the summer. He's been pretty good since he started. He's worked hard. He's put in He's had a few good challenges. He's defended fairly well over his time at City. Don't really understand why he's been dropped. I know Alex Scott has been exceptional, but why would Alex Scott want to play as a right wing back when he's not a right wing back? He's attacking. He's in the same position really as Eman Benarous. Pearson needs to find that balance, and that's not me. And that's not for me to put out a whiteboard here and say, right, you better play Jade Silva or you better play Cameron Pring. I don't see these guys in training. I don't see these boys in training, and that's not for me to decide. That's for Nigel Pearson to decide. If Nigel Pearson believes Eman Benarous deserves to be at left wing back, fine, go ahead. But if that goes wrong, I'm blaming you, Nigel. So it's 50-50 at the moment, and overall, I'd say if we cut out silly mistakes like we did against Huddersfield, we can definitely get something from this game. Luton have not played in a week, so maybe they're lacking. They might be lacking a bit of match sharpness. We can go try and take advantage of that, because we obviously played last week, didn't we, against Huddersfield? So we're probably more fitter than they are. Who knows? Who knows? Right. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you've had. No, don't stop there. Don't stop there, Annie. Because I've not given my match prediction. Do you know what? I think it's going to be tight. But I think just because of Luton being at home and at the Kenny in front of their fans, and with our away struggles recently, I don't think we've got 1 point. Yeah, I think we've lost last 5 away games. No, we drew at Hull, didn't we? I think we've got 1 point in our last 5, something like that. I think we've got to struggle. Gonna go for 2-1 to Luton. I'm really sorry for the negativity on Christmas, but I'm acting a bit like Grinch, aren't I? I'm so sorry. I think Luton will get the win, which will be really, really poor. But as long as I see a performance in there, players giving 100%, and we outrunning them, I'll be completely happy. I know I can be a bit of a grumpy boy when we lose, but who knows? You know, teenager who doesn't like to see their team lose. We've got Man City, Liverpool, seeing on Sky every week. All of that malarkey. I just think that Luna got tiny advantage over us, 4 places higher in the league as well. So they'll certainly be up for it, and will be looking to bounce back. Because they did get a good draw against Fulham. Right, nearly 14 minutes of me waffling on without any ums and ahs, but anyways, who knows. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the match preview. This was for Bristol City's trip to the Kenilworth Road to play Luton Town away from home. If you're making the trip on Boxing Day, good luck. I will certainly be watching the game on Sky Sports, so thank you guys for watching. Hit the like on the video if you haven't already, subscribed to the channel, and a lot more Bristol City content will be coming out. Next video will probably be the matchday vlog. If not, it'll be the match preview. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys later.